this quarter zip trend. I don't understand for the life of me why when something is great, people still gotta find something wrong with it. It's just crazy. And I want to talk about that a little bit because, I think it's important for people to try to just be better, especially the Black community. And when I mean Black, obviously on this channel, I mean everybody from African descent. Because as you know, growing up in Africa, African people tend to look up to Black American people for trends, but the whole world actually. I do feel that Black Americans have this tendency of just creating trends. A good trend seems to be happening that we just upload it, and this is what I'm here to do. But I wanted to touch on a video that I saw. I saw a couple of videos about it, and I want to touch on a video from ItsJemeleHill. Love this woman, like love, love, love it. I want to touch upon her video that she did. I will link it down below. I will use a bit of her footage. And before we get into it, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's well, fine, happy. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, let's go into it. So a couple of days ago, weeks now, there is this new trend where young people, or a bit more people, are, trying to dress a bit, polished compared to what we usually see out there. And they call it the quarter zip trend. I like it a lot, seeing a lot. I like when trends like this happen, people trying to cover up a little bit to look a bit more smart, if I can actually call it like that. And it's great. It's great to see that in the Black community. Growing up, one of the trends that I've never liked is obviously the trend where, you were always seeing people's boxes in the back. You know that trend that, according to the Boondocks, started in jail, and people were doing it like to show their booty sort of thing to other prisoners, sorry for the term. And I've never liked it. Like, I know that when you're young, you gotta be cool. We all went through, teenager time and dressed a little bit wild. And every moment have their trends. In the 90s, we used to have those low-rise jeans. Like, I remember those parts where you pretty much had to see everybody like close to see like everybody vajayjay, because that is how low women jeans were. So we went through wearing clothing with Chinese symbols on them. So back in the days, a lot of the trends came from celebrities, and she touched on that. Like, there was a point of time where, the Jay-Z's, and they were wearing polos, and we liked it. At some point, Jay-Z and also Jay-Z and everybody, they started wearing like NBA jerseys, and again, everybody and their mama was just wearing a t-shirt and throwing up a jersey on top. It was the thing. Like, we saw that everywhere. As she stated in her video, we went from just seeing those boxer shorts in the back to now even having a trend called the Y-end. And that is the part where I was even lost. A lot of time when other people, not Black people, but other people call us the N-words, and we get upset because we know what they mean when they call us that. They don't mean it as Black people. They mean it as a slur, as we know. And we took that, and everything they think about when we use that, and when they use that N-word, we decided to apply. Dress weirdly, even having the kids participate on so many nasty things. There's a guy here, his name is Cameron, YouTuber Cameron, and he did at some point a video saying that how is it that the Black community was always doing like 1v20, and you even had like little kids, like 10-year-old, like looking at young girls and telling them turn around, like everything that is nasty, linked to sex behavior, ignorant behavior, being loud, being nasty, tattooed, blah blah blah, really trying to show that, yeah, this is what we are and we're proud of that. As James Brown said, we're Black and proud. Absolutely. But we shouldn't be proud to be all these stereotypes that people are trying to always put on us. Again, when we were kids, when people said you people, it's less now, but when people used to be talking to Black people and they said you people, like everybody would say, what do you mean you people? And we know what they meant for most of the time, like for people who were really like pointing to you people. I hate putting everybody in the same bag. Like, I hate saying Black people, white people, or Asian people, because everybody unique. So when we say that, we're always like putting somebody in a box where they don't want to be. So, I am not, I am a black person, but I'm definitely not like the two people who just tried to like do nasty things to people on the train recently. And a lot of us are not that. But when stuff like that happen, they always still around and like black people are always like so dangerous. Black people are so, and it's annoying to actually hear that about our communities. And when you see that the YN trend was about that, they were always doing this pew pew movement and stuff. This morning, by the way, first off, let me actually praise JemeleHill. I know her because I love basketball, like a lot, a lot, a lot. Like, I know she touches on politics a bit nowadays. She has a YouTube channel. Go subscribe to her. She's incredible. So she talks about, not really politics, but, everyday problems. She still does, touch up on sports, of course. So kudos to her, love her. She's a very beautiful woman. She's very steady. She's not doing it like, Stephen A. Smith, that is just, trying to just follow the trend. Like, if people are like, the right is right, he's going to be yes. The left is right, yes. He doesn't stand on anything. Which is, by the way, very sad because, I've never been like his biggest fan, but I think anyway, let's leave that alone for a moment. This morning, I saw a little article where they were saying that, Matt Barnes admits he's running out of patience with Ja Morant. And Ja Morant is exactly the definition of YNs. How does somebody that didn't even grow up in the hood? I've been in America and I am not curious to know how or what the hood looks like. This is, to me, I'm not curious. Ja Morant decided to just always play hoodie. He pretends to have pew-pews in his hand, got suspended from the NBA twice. And to me, Ja Morant was, if he was that great and focusing on like basketball, he would have definitely been a challenger for the GOAT position. And when I mean the GOAT, I don't mean LeBron James. I mean like Michael Jordan, because to me, obviously, Michael is always like the GOAT. Michael is the GOAT, people. To me, I know a lot of people go like, oh, LeBron James, you know what I mean? Michael Jordan, people. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He's great. Ja Morant is just one of like a great player. Those dunks, those things, I think like with the Grizzlies, I don't think he'll make it. He might have to trade and go to another team. But I mean, this guy's just lost. And he has parents, didn't grow up in the hood. But he wants to pretend to always be like, he's always looking for a beef. So apparently yesterday or whatever day, he started dissing Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is like one of like the chillest person in the NBA. Klay Thompson was great when he was playing, especially when he was playing with the Warriors and Steph Curry and stuff. He got injured multiple times. It really took a toll on him. There was a day where the game ended and he stayed there sitting courtside crying, and people were like, are you okay, Klay? Are you okay? Like, he takes it seriously. Unlike Ja Morant, he takes this seriously. He wants to be a good person. The only thing to me that Klay is weird about is like dating that woman. I think she also tried to play a little bit into that YN situation, shows too much. And this is a disappointment to me. Like, again, somebody who grew up watching so many things while being in Africa, from Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, hanging out with Mr. Cooper, The Cosby Show, so on and so on. Because we used to actually see people being decent. We obviously had other styles, like clothing. We obviously had other clothing styles, but we were covered. Nowadays, not only women are not covered that much, guys try to be in a YN situation. We're wearing those chains. We don't seem to care about like educating ourselves and blah blah blah. Not everybody. Obviously, we talk about black owned. There's still black excellence, of course. But between us not liking us and us looking up to people such as Sexy YY or this other woman who didn't even know what musician means. I mean, there is something so wrong that this is what we seem to praise. And every time you have people who come out here and be like, this is not what black culture is, the YN style, the root style, always using the N word, S words, F word, always being like insulting and being like, yo, 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 like the only, like, and this is how those people who want to use the N words that are not black obviously means, and we want to be proud of that. I understand that using that N word was a way for us to just change the definition of the word from what these people had made a definition about, because obviously the word itself just means black. But today, obviously, when we went through slavery on both sides of the pond, I always say this, in Africa we were there as here in America we were there as. They took people from Africa, scattered them around the globe as they wanted, the Caribbeans, Latino countries, blah, 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 for free labor. So we have to, I always say this, and this is one of the things that I say. I sometimes envy a lot the Asian community on that. These people get like bullied, and people really, really, really like fall down on Asian people sometimes. I know there is always one or two people who are, are racist, but not everybody is. But this thing about them just keeping quiet, keeping down, focusing on making that coin, focusing on being like mayors and managers of industries and companies such as, Alphabet / YouTube, and making it, shows that they always concentrate on, trying to be on top. And I would love to say that. Yes, we had Barack Obama president, and we have a lot of great people out there. It's not that we're all wired, but if young people today decide that what they want to do is go back to quarter zip trend, is go back to wearing quarter zip, looking fine, looking fly, not wearing trousers that are like starting at the knee, I think we should applaud that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, because again, we started a lot of trends. Every time those rappers started a trend, it was not only for black people. It was for everybody. It was black people, people in Africa, people in Asia. You see, like when I see the K-pop people, they have a lot of inspiration from black American people. When they dance, how they choreograph their music, absolutely black people. Absolutely. Black American people. This is what I mean. So we do a lot of trends, and maybe we shouldn't push out there the bad trend, but the good ones. So I'm very happy. Anyway, I wanted to give my 2 cents about that. Thank you, JemeleHill, for your video, if you ever listen to mine. And yeah, go and subscribe to her, subscribe to me. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. I will see you in the next one. Faceless out. Ciao, ciao, ciao. By the way, this is going to be probably like, I'm going to start like a playlist, black people. This is going to be one of the first video in it. Take care. Ciao.